The Orioles closed within 5-4 on back-to-back home runs by Trumbo and Davis. Chris hit 2 more today. He got 2 great pitches to hit. Chad Green didn't exactly throw the right pitches either. I mean, he kept throwing the ball by Chris and then hanging sliders. It was just one of those games. But, Bundy actually, he threw all right, but he made horrible pitches 0-2. And Rick Dempsey knows as well as I do, that kind of goes both to the pitcher and the catcher. I didn't see a lot of good targets. I didn't like the pitch selection. Nobody runs anybody off the plate. They put up about 18 hits on Friday night, and today was somewhere around 16. Has anybody pitched inside? Is anybody moving anybody's feet? Bundy probably moves more feet than anybody on the ball club, but today, again, he really didn't pitch that poorly, even though the game kind of spiraled out of control.
Jimmy, the bullpen itself, it just looks like they're kind of unraveling a little bit as of late. Also, at the same time, they're not making great pitches in certain situations either, and it's snowballing. We cannot get to Zach Britton with a lead in order to get a win. So, I mean, what are your thoughts about the bullpen at this point?
Well, I think it really starts with your starting pitching. And obviously, the bullpen has the second most bullpen innings of any team in the American League, and that's going to catch up with you. We're closing in on September, so, the guys are exhausted out. They're tired. One of their mainstays, 4-year deal, Darren O'Day, the hamstring pull, misses 7 weeks. He comes back, probably rushes back because he wanted to help the team. The Orioles are still in the pennant race. I'm not sure they're going to be able to stay there because, again, if you're giving up 13, 14 runs a game and they gave up 15, against Houston, obviously that's going to take its toll. But at the end of the day, the guys Bundy was supposed to be in the bullpen. Not supposed to be able to starting, but when Jimenez is 6-10 with an ERA closer to 7 runs, even though he pitched well in his last start, all of a sudden you have to make changes. So the bullpen, you thought you're going to have a guy, Mattis was going to get lefties out. You thought you're going to have Bundy as your long guy. Maybe it was going to be Tyler Wilson. Maybe Mike Wright would have done it. Wilson's been up and down. He's pitched some good games, but lately it looks like the league's caught up with him. His stuff is a little bit short. Mike Wright has no idea where the ball's going. He's trying to make adjustments. Am I going to be a finesse guy? Am I going to be a sinker ball guy? Am I going to be a fastball? So obviously you got problems. And then when you do bring up Bridwell, when you bring up number of guys. I got to assume that tomorrow, guys, we'll see Oliver Drake up here. They're going to make another pitching change. McFarland will probably go down. You can expand the rosters. He doesn't look like he's healthy. Rush back, and you saw that today. So, again, it's just a roller coaster ride, whether you're going to get good pitching or not, or who is going to be in the bullpen, and when they come in, are they going to be able to do a good job? It is very difficult to be in a pennant race late in the year and not be able to trust your bullpen, and that's not the back end, but, to get to the back end, and that's where Buck Showalter is.
Well, Jim, as always, we appreciate your comments about the Orioles, especially after this latest loss.